It's been almost 2 months, and if you watched my older video touching on koalas, you may have expected this video to come in the future, and now it's here. The panda is an animal that almost anyone can recognize due to its charming appearance and unique coloring. Due to it receiving such exposure, it's become almost synonymous with China, its home country. However, what makes the panda an interesting animal species isn't necessarily just its unique appearance, but also the fact that their population has been on a steady decline. And while habitat loss is certainly to blame, it also sparks the question, are pandas a necessity to the wild? Are they a successful species? Or are they simply outdated in today's ecosystem? If you're new here, this is a series called Bioanalysis, where I pick certain animal species and give an overview, talk about my opinions about the species' traits, and give a score out of 10 depending on how well I think they do at being a successful species. Kind of like a review channel. If you're interested, consider subscribing. I'm planning on making many of these types of videos in the future, and support would be much appreciated. Interestingly, despite being a member of carnivora, most bear species tend to have a diet consisting of more plant matter than animal flesh. Bears can be divided into two categories: specialists, which require very specific foods or habitats, and generalists, which can adapt fairly easily to most environments. Even among the bears, the panda is still a black sheep. There are a lot of attributes that distinguish it from most other species of bears. However, to fully understand and review the panda, we need to give a brief overview of it first. Like other species of bears, pandas like to spend most of their time roaming around, foraging for food, and generally stay solitary, only joining the other sex during mating season. This lifestyle works well for both specialist and generalist bears, but for pandas it seems to be quite the opposite. Why is that? The population has been low for quite a while. The problems with the panda begin with their diet. You don't have to be a genius to know just how amazingly diverse it is. And what is it? Well, it consists of bamboo, and that's it. Yeah, I'm as confused as you probably are. Why would a panda, a bear that is built to be carnivorous, eat solely bamboo when there are plenty of other animals for pandas to eat as well? It can't even extract most nutrients from the bamboo due to its carnivorous digestive tract. It's literally the equivalent of eating only dried kelp in Minecraft. Bamboo is fibrous and low in nutrients, so seeing that pandas can only digest some of the nutrients from bamboo when it already has barely any, that means it's basically getting nothing. Pandas apparently want to eat bamboo so much that they've evolved a pseudo-thumb, which acts in a similar fashion to a human thumb, gripping the bamboo. Now, being an extreme specialist is already a red flag, but when you've gone out of your way to evolve an appendage just to eat a nearly nutrient-empty food, now that's just embarrassing. Luckily, being the fastest growing plant, bamboo is very abundant, so at least the panda doesn't have too much to worry about in terms of food quantity. So I guess they're geniuses in that sense. Pandas also have a low reproductive rate, meaning that one panda lost is quite costly for the entire population. Luckily, being bears, pandas still do retain the protectiveness that other bears have, so it's not that big of a problem. And that's really that. Unfortunately, it seems as if pandas have fallen into an inescapable hole in terms of evolution. And despite having an herbivorous diet, the panda's digestive tract is similar to those of carnivore, which really affects its ability to fully thrive. And because of the terrible diet, pandas have to spend most of their days sleeping and conserving the little energy that they have. And even worse, running fast is pretty much not an option due to the fact that they have zero energy, meaning that even if pandas were to try to become carnivores and hunt down prey, it would be extremely difficult. Pandas are ruined by their diet. Pretty much every problem I have with them is a result of the terrible diet. Given that they've evolved pseudo-thumbs to specifically eat bamboo, I doubt that there's any going back. Conversely, however, bamboo is extremely plentiful, so running out of their one and only food source would be pretty difficult. So, what can I conclude? Well, they're a prime example of a dumb genius. They've fallen into an evolutionary dead end and really can't do much about it anymore. But in a way, specializing in eating a near limitless food source is somewhat smart. A lot of the issues I have with the panda are also found in the koala, so the two are quite similar in the fact that they do have a lot of similar issues. The only way I can really see pandas surviving is if they continue to specialize in being able to fully digest bamboo. That way they'd be actually able to somewhat thrive. Right now though, there's really not much in the way of successful traits or potential. So, with that being said, out of 10, I would have to give it a 2 out of 10.